Hello guys, my name is Lasha and today I will be teaching you upper intermediate vocabulary video, and the topic for today's lesson is conferences and board meetings. I hope we will enjoy the lesson. Let's see if we are live and who is watching us. Can you guys say hello, hi so I understand who is with us? And also on Facebook, let me check so I can see the messages on Facebook as well. We are also live on Twitter account, but unfortunately I don't use Twitter, so I can't control the Twitter messages. Okay, good. I see we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook as well. Very good. So as usual, we are going to learn some words, some vocabulary about these topics. Then we will do tests together. First lesson is going to be 45 minutes. Then we have 15 minutes break. And after that, we will do another lesson again for 45 minutes. Let's see, the topic for first hour today will be conferences. One of the things that I wanted to teach you about conferences is which verb do we need to use when we are talking about conferences. Do we say do conference, make conference? Which one do you think we need? Or any other verb maybe. I'm doing a conference or I'm making a conference. Is it true, guys? Is it true to say I'm doing a conference or making a conference? Do, make, conference. Is it correct? Do you think we use do conference or make conference? Actually, we don't use do and we don't use make either, but we use different verb. We can say have. I'm having a conference, or we are having a conference tomorrow. But we don't say make or do. Okay. The next thing that we are going to focus on is the word accommodate. Accommodate, it is verb, and if you want to use the noun form, it is accommodation. Okay. It means to fit, to provide with something needed. Usually we use accommodate when we are talking about a place to stay or maybe a place for something else. We have got two example sentences over here. Sentence A says, the meeting room was large enough to accommodate the various needs of the groups using it. So the room was very big and it was big enough to meet all the requirements, whatever they needed. Because sometimes for the conference we need to have some equipment. Let's say maybe they needed to have computers, and also there was a need for board and most probably for some chairs, table, etc. Maybe some room to, some place or room to do some exercises or role plays or something like that. Maybe there was a simultaneous translation. Do you know what is simultaneous translation, guys? Translation, probably you understand. I'm not sure if you know simultaneous translation. It means when translation is happening at the same time, like live. Someone, for example, the chairperson of the conference is speaking in English, but there are some people who don't know English, so they use headphones and they hear this conference in Spanish, Italian, Georgian, Russian. Okay, this is simultaneous translation, when something is translated at the same time while the person is speaking. So maybe they need also place for this equipment and the person who is translating. Sentence B says, because the deadline for reserving rooms was passed, the hotel manager could not accommodate our need for more rooms. So, the deadline was passed, they were late for something, and the hotel manager could not give them any rooms. They did not have, probably, vacant rooms. Next thing that we are going to learn today is arrangement. Arrangement, it is noun, and the verb is, help me guys over here, what is verb of arrangement? Can you turn arrangement into verb form? How do we say arrangement as a verb? It's very easy. You just need to delete the suffix of this word. Arrangement is noun, and if we delete the suffix ment, we will have arrange. Arrange is verb of the same word, and it means the plan or organization. It has same meaning as a verb or as a noun, doesn't matter. Also, we can use prefix. Do you remember prefix is something that we add to the word in front? We can use prefix re, I mean, and we can make it rearrange or rearrangement. If we add prefix re, it means to do something again. So rearrangement will be to arrange something again. For example, we had arrangement, but then things changed and we needed to cancel our arrangement, and we did arrangement again, like second time. So I can say that we rearranged everything. Now, as for our examples, we have got two sentences over here. Sentence A says that travel arrangements were taken care of by Sarah, Mr. Billings' capable assistant. And sentence B says the arrangement of speakers was alphabetical to avoid any hurt feelings. Sometimes when there is a conference, somebody wants to be first, somebody wants to be second, or people prefer to be last, these kind of things. So not to get any hurt feelings, the manager or the assistant arranged the speakers with alphabetical order. What is alphabetical order? Do you understand, guys? Alphabetical. Alphabet, probably you know. So what is alphabetical order? Come on, let's see your comments. What is alphabetical? This word over here. I'm waiting for some comments. Where are our dear students and all the viewers? Yeah, Ramazan, you are correct. Alphabetical, it means from A to Z, whose last name starts with A will be first one, and so on. Correct. Next word, word number 3, we have got association. Be careful with the pronunciation of this word, association. It is noun and it means an organization of persons or groups having a common interest. It can be also a relationship or a society. I think for you it will be easier to understand association with the word society. Kadir, thank you. True, you are correct. So association, it's kind of same with society. When we have got two sentences, sentence A says, membership in a trade professional association provides business contracts and mutual support. Yes, I can zoom the screen if you can't read well. Is it better now? Can you read better now, guys? Okay, good. So membership in a trade professional association provides business contacts and mutual support. Okay, so if you are a member of this organization, trade association or professional association, it provides you a lot of contacts. You meet a lot of interesting people who can help you in your future, and it is mutual support, like you do something for these people and these people can do something for you. Sentence B says, local telephone companies formed an association to serve common goals, meet their common needs, and improve efficiency. I think you understand the sentence. It's not a difficult one. And we don't need to explain this sentence, I guess. Number 4 word, we have got attend. It is verb and it means to go to something or to pay attention to. For example, when you come to our lessons at school, we say attendance. So when student goes to lesson, the student attends a class. Sentence A says, we expect more than 100 members to attend the annual meeting. So they are waiting for 100 members. And sentence B says, the hotel manager attended to all our needs promptly. So in the second sentence, sentence B, we used attend like pay attention, okay? Not go to something. Get in touch. I think you know the phrase get in touch. It means to make contact with someone. For example, I'm interested in one person about a project and I should get in touch with him. So I should contact this person. We have got two example sentences over here. Sentence A says, as soon as we arrive at the hotel, he will get in touch with the manager about the unexpected guests. You understand the sentence, I think. It's not so difficult. Firuza says, keep in touch. Keep in touch and get in touch, they look very similar, but there is a little difference. Get in touch is like first contact. Keep in touch means when you already know each other and you stay in contact. Keep in touch is stay in contact. Get in touch is make contact with someone. For example, if I go to a different city for living, I will keep in touch with my friends from Bursa. Okay, so I will stay in contact with them. You understand? Good. Sentence B says, the registration desk is a good central location for people to get in touch with each other. I can't say registration desk, but maybe we can say about the front desk. Like if you work in a big company, probably you have some place where a lot of employees usually get in touch together. For example, it can be like front office, front desk, where people come and to speak to each other, so they get in touch. Word number 6 we have got over here, hold. It is a verb and it means to accommodate or to conduct something. Do you know the meaning of conduct, guys? Do you know this word, conduct? For example, let me ask you a question like this. What am I doing now? What is Lasha doing now? What am I doing now? I'm conducting a lesson. Conduct a lesson, conduct a meeting, conduct a presentation maybe. I will say something which is not correct in English, but because you are all Turk, you will understand. It's like make a lesson. We don't say in English, Lasha is making a lesson, or Lasha, we say, Lasha is conducting a lesson, okay? So it's like doing something. Conduct is like doing something, but we don't use conduct with every word. Please remember, like professional things. Meeting, presentation, lesson, we can use conduct. Like lead, yeah, we can say like lead, true. Sentence A says, this meeting room holds at least 80 people comfortably. And sentence B says, she holds an annual seminar that is very popular. So in second sentence, B, she holds an annual seminar. It means she conducts a seminar, like what we talked about. Location. I think everyone knows this word. It's a noun and it means a position or site. For example, you are chatting with your friend and you decide to meet somewhere. Then you ask, can you please send me a location? You don't know this cafe's location, so you ask your friend, can you please send me a location? Sentence A says the location of the meeting was changed from the red room to the green room. We understand. So the meeting happened in red room or green room. Guys, where did the meeting happen? In green room or red room? Did the meeting happen in green room or red room? We have got first answer from Sibel, green room. Yes, Sibel, you are correct. It happened in green room. Good. Sentence B says, Disney World was the perfect location for the annual meeting since many members could bring their families. Of course, if the members could bring their family and especially children love Disney World. Have you ever visited Disney World, guys? Have you ever visited Disney World? Oh, Sibel went to Disneyland. That's amazing. Which one? France? US? Miss Fatma Nur has not visited, Ramazan has not, and Kadir has not visited. Unfortunately, I have not visited Disneyland either. But I went to one place, it's called Six Flags. It's like Disney World, but cheap version of Disney World. Sybil visited Disneyland in the United States. Yeah, I'm sure it was amazing, I'm sure. And Sybil enjoyed it a lot. Next word, we have got overcrowded. You know that we use prefix over when we want to say something is more than normal. For example, overpriced, overpopulated, overestimate. So if you use over in the beginning of the word, it means more than normal. Okay, so in this case, overcrowded, it is of course adjective and means too crowded. Which city is overcrowded in Turkey, guys? Which city is overcrowded in Turkey? Mustafa says the metro was overcrowded. Yeah, it is true. Not these days. During coronavirus, public transportation is not overcrowded. It was absolutely fantastic, Sibel says. Good. Istanbul and Izmir are overcrowded. Probably yes. Istanbul and Izmir. Okay, good. We have two sentences. A, as soon as the guests entered the dining room for dinner, Su Lin could see that the room would become overcrowded. And sentence B, to avoid being overcrowded, we limited the number of guests that members could bring. So they did not want to make it overcrowded. That's why they limited the number of guests that members could bring. Ramazan's family is overcrowded. How many people do you have in your family, Ramazan? How many people do you have in your family? And 2 people, 3, 4, 10? I would not use over 15 people. Wow, it's a lot. But I would not use overcrowded for family. It's about, I guess, about attitude. Number 9, we have register as a noun. Register can be verb and it can be noun. Spelling is same, guys. So here we will focus on the noun version. It means a record of something. And as a verb, it also means to record something or also to join something. But I will explain the difference between register, join, and attend. Turkish students make sometimes mistakes with these verbs because they don't understand the difference. When you came to Justenglish first time and you talked to our representative and you signed the contract, this is joining the course or registering for the course. But every time you come to lesson, we don't use join the lesson or we don't use register for the lesson, but we use attend the lesson. Okay, so you register once, but then you attend many times the lesson. Sentence A says, according to the register, more than 250 people attended the afternoon seminar And sentence B says, hotels ask all guests to register and give home address. Yes, it is very important. Firuza says, in our wedding, I need overcrowded guests. We can say this sentence, in my wedding, I will invite a lot of people, so it will be overcrowded. We cannot say overcrowded guests, because wedding will be overcrowded, not guests. Word number 10 is select. It is a verb and it means to choose from a group, or we can use it as an adjective and it will be specially chosen. Okay? Sentence A says the conference participant selected the marketing seminar from the various offerings. Okay, so there were a lot of different possibilities, different trainings, and they chose marketing seminar. And sentence B says the winners were a select group. So it was like selected group, specially chosen group. Guys, there are two words in English which look like each other a lot. Select and elect. Do you know the meaning of elect? Let me write it for you. So this one is select and we also have elect. This is different word. Do you know the meaning of elect? This one, elect. So we just take out S and it becomes a different word. They have also kind of similar meaning, but actually they are different from each other. We said that select is to choose from a group, but elect is when people vote and choose by voting. Yeah, government election. Kadir, you are correct. So people vote and they elect someone. Election or elect. Number 11, we have got session. Session, it is same like a meeting or seminar, maybe we can also say. For example, sentence A says the morning sessions tend to fill up first, so sign up early. And sentence B says, due to the popularity of this course, we will offer 2 sessions. So we will offer 2 different seminars. You understand, I guess. We don't need to focus on this one. Word 12th, not word actually, it's a phrase. Take part in. It means to join or to participate in something. We use this usually for some kind of competitions or something that happens like once. We don't use it for lesson. For example, you have lesson 4 times a week. We don't say I take part in lesson, but there is some kind of marathon, for example. You can say I will take part in this marathon. So you will join, you will participate in this marathon. Sentence A says the format for the session is very informal, which makes it easier for people to take part in the discussion. Sentence B says we could not get enough people to take part in the meeting, so we cancelled it. Do you know cancel, guys? Do you know cancel? Do you know the meaning of cancel? Yes, good. Guys, if you don't have any question about the words, we can move to exercises. What do you say? Call off is very good one, phrasal verb with same meaning. So I guess we can move to exercises. Let's go and try to do our exercises. So in this exercise, I will zoom out, then I will zoom in again, guys. In this exercise, we need to use the words that we learned in the context. So there are some gaps, and you need to put these words in the correct gaps. Now, sometimes maybe you don't remember the meaning of the word so well, but think about the grammatical structure. What is missing in this gap? Do we need adjective? Do we need verb or noun? Think for these words like that. Also, pay attention to prepositions. Prepositions will help you a lot. Okay, now I guess we can start. We have got these words and we need to put them over here. So our words are accommodate, arrangements, associations, attending, get in touch, hold, location, overcrowded, register, select, sessions, take part in. And let's read first sentence. Many, blah, 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 and organizations. So, of course, we need to use noun over here. Which noun do we need, guys? Firuza and Ramazan say associations, and of course, guys, you are correct. Many associations and organizations hold annual conferences so that their members can blah 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 with each other. What do we need here? Of course, verb. So number one was associations. Let me write the correct answers. What do you think about number two, guys? So many organizations or associations hold annual conferences. Why? So that their members can verb with each other. Get in touch, Mustafa and Firuza. And yes, guys, you are correct. Kadir also joined them. True. Get in touch. Let's write. Get in touch with each other, and again we need to use verb, of course, educational programs. Remember one thing now, because we have and, it connects this one, can get in touch, and so it should be same, it should be the infinitive version of the verb, or it can be also present simple tense. Ramazan, Firuza and Sibel say take part in, and you are 100% correct. We need to use take part in. Take part in educational programs. When planning a conference, event coordinators try to have a variety of something. Variety of what? Sorry guys, I will write all these words over here. Accommodate, arrangements, attending, hold, location, overcrowded, register, select, sessions. So we have got these words. Much better. When planning a conference, event coordinators try to have a variety of what? Variety of course, we need noun. We have different possible answers coming here. Sessions, arrangement, attending. One of them is correct. Now, if we continue reading the sentence, we will understand maybe. So people, blah, 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 can, blah, 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 a workshop. So, educational event coordinators have a variety of something, and it is for people because people can do something with it. Therefore, with the meaning, definitely, sessions is the best one. Event coordinators try to have a variety of sessions, so people, this one can be a little bit difficult. Maybe you don't know the structure. You need to use here the participle form, which becomes like an adjective for this sentence. Think about people, and let's try to identify these people. Let's try to give some kind of character to these people. People who come to the conference. What can we say? Sessions we have already used. Let's delete this one. And for number 5, we have 2 options so far, attending and select. 1, 2, 3 votes. Attending is winning, and you are correct, guys. We need to use attending. Good job. So people attending these workshops can something, of course, verb, a workshop or meeting that best suits their needs. Number 6, what do you think about number 6, guys? We have got register and select. Yes, guys, you are correct. We need to use select here. Select a workshop or meeting that best suits their needs. When making blah 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 for a conference, when making what? Making select we have used. Of course, we need noun for number 7. Accommodate is not noun. Hold is not noun. Overcrowded is not noun. Register, register, arrangements, register, register. Very good job, Firuza. You gave us correct answer when making arrangements for conference. Because we have got for conference here, definitely we need to use arrangements, nothing else. When making arrangements for a conference, they look for a site that will, of course, verb all their needs. That will what? What do you think about 8, guys? So when making arrangements for a conference, event coordinators look for a site, look for a place that will blah 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 all their needs. Of course, we need verb. Accommodate, hold, or register. Like, think about it like provide. Accommodate, register, register. Sibel and Gustafa are correct. We need to use accommodate here. Thank you, guys. Good job done. Accommodate all their needs. The site should be able to, of course, we need verb, and we have got 2 verbs left. Hold and let me take it over here, maybe. Oh. The site should be able to hold or register the number of people expected to attend. Number 9, hold or register. Firuza and Kadir and also Sibel say hold, and you are correct, guys. Hold the number of people expected to attend without the meeting rooms being what? We don't want meeting rooms to be what? Adjective. I'm helping you. We need adjective for number 10. Which one is adjective, guys? Location, overcrowded, or register? Ramazan says overcrowded. Jail also says overcrowded. Gustafa and Sibel, yeah. And Firuza and Kadir. Everyone says overcrowded. Amazing. Everyone is correct. Overcrowded. Good. Good event coordinators tour the site before making a final decision, because brochures cannot show all the necessary details. Having meetings in a fun blah 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 can really encourage. In a fun register or in a fun location? Number 11. Register or location? Sibel is the first one saying location. Kadir, Ramazan, Firuza also joined her. Of course, location is correct answer over here. Good. Having meetings in a fun location can really encourage people to register for the meeting. So last word we have got register for the meeting. I hope you understand all sentences, and I think there was no problem. We did all of them very easily and very well. Good job, guys. Let's have a break now for 15 minutes, and 15 minutes later I will be back with you, and we're going to talk about board meetings. Okay, enjoy your break. Drink coffee, tea, whatever you want, what you want to do for 15 minutes. I will be back with you in 15 minutes.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world, Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what I do, Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A word for the joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etrustic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel.
I'm back with you guys, and as promised, this lesson we are going to focus on board meetings and committees. Before I start the lesson, I saw the comments from Sibel and Firuza. Thank you very much, guys, for nice comments. And I guess we can start the second session of our lesson now, and let's learn some vocabulary about board meetings and committees. Please pay attention to the spelling of the word committees. Sometimes people can make mistake with it. We need double M and double T and also double E. Okay? M, T, T and E. Okay? Committees. Again, we are going to learn 12 new words, and after that we will do some exercises about these words. First word that we are going to focus on is adhere to. Adhere to, it means to follow something or to pay attention to something. It is a verb, and we have two example sentences like this. A, the chairman never adhered to his own rules. Do you know what is chairman, guys? Do you know the meaning of chairman? It is not the person who prepares chairs, guys. Chairman is not a person who prepares chairs, okay? Chairman has a different meaning. Does anyone know the meaning of a chairman? Kadir says president. Yeah, it's something similar. We can use chairman when we are talking about the head of something. It can be head of department, for example. We can say also chairman. Best description, I think, will be a leader, someone who leads something, okay? Who leads conference. Yes, Ramazan, you are totally correct. Sentence B says the best committee members are those who adhere to the time limits and speak only when they have something important to add. Yes. When we have conferences or meetings, usually people speak a lot and sometimes it becomes boring. We all have been to some meetings at work or maybe at school or maybe for our projects with our friends or etc. And people speak a lot and it can become boring. Finally, there is no decision, these kind of things. So these are some of the bad situations that can happen during the meetings. Not to have this situation, we need to have some time limits, for example, during the conferences, because maybe there is a conference with 350 delegates. Delegate is like a member, okay? There are 350 delegates, and if someone want to say something, we should give them time limit, okay, about their speech. If we want the conferences or meetings to be successful. Next word, we have got agenda. Agenda, it means a list of topics to be discussed in British English, and in American English, it means note that you put in your diary. Okay, so we have different meaning in British English and we have got different meaning in American English. But for this book, we'll be using the British meaning of the word. And we have two example sentences. Sentence A says, the board was able to cover 15 items on the agenda. And B, the agenda was sent out 3 weeks ago so that everyone could prepare for the meeting. Yeah. I just saw Fatma Noor's comment, someone who presides over a meeting. Yeah, absolutely true. We use usually chairman when we are talking about some committees, conferences, meetings, and these kind of things. Someone who is selected, okay? Next phrasal verb, we have got bring up. Bring up. It has the meaning of introducing a topic. For example, I called my father yesterday and he brought up the topic of money. So it means when I called my father, he started talking about money. He introduced money topic. Sentence A says, just as the meeting was about to finish, the manager brought up a controversial issue. What is controversial, guys? Maybe you don't know this word, but let's go to the root of the word. First of all, we need to delete the suffix al. Al makes it adjective, so let's delete this. Then we have controversy left as a noun. Also, if we split it in two parts, we understand that first part of the word is contre. Maybe you don't know this, but I'm sure when you were kids you played some computer games, and there was a computer game called Contra, I think. In my childhood, I remember that I played a game and there was Contra round, like a round. For example, if you lose a game to someone, then you want a contra game. So you want to win this game, okay? So it is like two opposite ideas, two totally different ideas which disagree with each other. Yeah, disagreement or opposite ideas, yes. So controversial issue, it means issue which can have different outcomes. Like some people will agree on this issue, some people will disagree with this issue. So it will not be 100% favorable for everyone. Sentence B says, no one brought up the resignation of the director. So nobody talked about the resignation of the director. Maybe you don't know the word resignation. It comes from the word resign. Resign is a verb. Resignation is noun. Resign is when you decide to leave the job. You decide to quit the job. It means resign. And resignation letter also, we have a document which you need to prepare and sign if you want to leave your job. Conclude is a verb and it means to stop something or to come to a decision. If we want to use conclude as a noun, we will use conclusion. S-I-O-N. Okay, conclusion. Like decide, decision, conclude, conclusion. You can remember like this. Sentence A says the committee members concluded the meeting early so that they could finish their budgets. Pretty understandable, I think. We don't need any extra explanation for this sentence. And sentence B says, after long discussions, the board has concluded that the project has to be cancelled. Okay, so they talked and talked and talked and talked about it over and over and over again. And finally, they decided that project needed to be cancelled. So they concluded that the project has to be cancelled. Yep. If the project is not good, if the project is not beneficial, sometimes we need to cancel the project. Number 5, we have got go ahead. If we think about it, probably we will understand the meaning. Go, we know. Head, we know. Ahead, also probably we know, like somewhere straight. Go ahead means to continue what you are doing, proceed with something. And as a verb, as a noun, it is permission to do something. For example, I talk to my manager and I ask, I want to prepare this project like this and I want to use this method. And my manager says, go ahead. So I have permission. I will do what I want to do, how I want to do. Keep doing. Yeah, something like keep doing. Sentence A says, 5 or 6 members felt that they should go ahead with the plan. So there were 6 members, but 5 members thought they should go ahead. 1 member probably had a different idea about the plan. Sentence B says, the manager was just waiting for the go-ahead from her boss before mailing the report. Guys, in sentence B, go ahead is noun or verb? In sentence B, go ahead is a verb or a noun? Which one? Noun or a verb? Is it a noun or is it a verb? Ramazan and Mert say noun, and you are correct, guys, because we have the article. So we need to use, of course, noun after that. Thank you. Next word, we have got goal, but this is not goal from football. This is goal in business context. Goal in business context means objective or purpose. Aim also we can say. Let's add one more word here. We can also say aim. It has same meaning. Aim. it is also same. Let's read the example sentence, then I will ask you a question. A. Employees are expected to analyze and evaluate their annual goals. Employees, people who work at the company, are expected to analyze and evaluate their annual goals. So they should check their annual goals and assess their annual goals. Sentence B says the director had to report to the committee that his department would not reach its goal of 35% growth. So the director understood that his department could not do it and decided to talk to the committee or maybe prepare a report in a written form about this. Guys, what is your goal for this year? What is your goal for this year? People sometimes mix up goal and dream. But there is a difference between goal and dream. When you prepare goal, there are some elements for it. The goal, first of all, should have deadline. So there should be time. I want to be an actor. This is not a goal. This is a dream because there is no time. There should be time. I want to become an actor 2 years later. Okay, so we have time. Then also we need to have some measurable criteria. Measurable criteria, okay? For example, if I say I want my department to increase sales next year. Okay, there is time next year, but why don't we don't understand what is increase? Maybe 1% increase, is it enough? Or 10% increase we need? So there should be some kind of measurable criteria. If I say I want my department to increase sales by 10% next year, this is more like a goal. Now let's see your sentences. I want to finish my thesis. After that, I want to grab some good work abroad. Okay, there is time not written because my sentence was about this year, so we understand it is for this year. I will pass the IELTS exam. Sibel wants to pass IELTS exam. Now, Sibel, what do you mean by pass? There is no measurable criteria. You need to add point. Is 6 points enough for you? Or do you need 7 points? Or maybe 8.5? Firuza says, my goal is to finish my building of the house. To finish the building of my house. Yeah, it's understandable. If the building is finished, you achieve your goal. Yeah. Good. And there is one more thing about the goal, guys. Actually, goal should be realistic. For example, if I have a goal to earn $1 million tomorrow, I have a time tomorrow, so there is deadline. There is measurable result criteria, $1 million, but I want to earn $1 million tomorrow. Is it realistic to earn $1 million in one day? In my situation, no, it's not realistic. So this cannot be a good goal because it is not realistic. Sibel says she wants to get 6.5 in IELTS. This is very realistic goal. It is possible to get 6.5. Next word that we are going to learn is lengthy. It means something which is long in duration or long in time. It comes from length. You know, length is noun, long is adjective. So long we change into length, then length we change into lengthy. We have got two sentences. A, after lengthy discussions, the chairperson was re-elected for another term. Chairperson like chairman, we understand already. And sentence B says, the report was so lengthy that members had to take it home and read it over the weekend. So it was a very long report. Ramazan says it's not realistic. If I bet money somewhere, if I play in a casino, it's realistic, but it is not earning. It is winning. But I said earn. Firuza, a goal to come to finish step by step. Okay, true. Word number 8, we have got matter. Matter, it means item, issue, or topic of interest. 3 different meanings for this word. Sentence A says, if there are no other matters to discuss, we will conclude the meeting. In this case, matter is, of course, item or topic of interest. Also, we can understand like that. B says, this is not the place to bring up personal matters. Here, it can be personal issues. Issues suits the best. There is one very popular phrase, what's the matter? What's the matter? Do you know the meaning of it, guys? What's the matter? What's the matter? I'm sure you have heard this. What's the matter? And do you know the meaning of this phrase, what's the matter? What's the matter? It means something like what is the problem, what is the issue, or what is happening. For example, I send a message to my friend, I need to speak to you, and my friend replies, what's the matter? Like, why do you want to speak with me? What is the topic? When you say what's up, guys, what's up can be how are you, but what's the matter? This is not how are you. It means what is going on, what is happening. Word number 9 we have got over here, periodically. Periodically, it means from time to time. For example, if we are talking about newspapers or magazines, they come out periodically. They come out every month or every week, so it is periodically. Sentence A says the group tried to meet periodically, and B says periodically new members were nominated to the committee. Do you know the meaning of nominate, guys? If you don't know the meaning of it, think about Oscars ceremony. Oscars, award for actors, actresses, and movies. And think about nominations. Nominated is not prized. It is not Mustafa. If we talk about Oscars, they always say, for example, the best supporting actor nominations, someone, one person, another person, and another person, etc. So, who were selected as possible winners, okay? So, selected for some possibility. But only one person wins. There are 5 nominated people, 5 people or 6 people nominated, but only one person wins. I hope you understand nominate. Word number 10, priority. It is something of importance, something that should be done before other things. This is priority. Sentence A says, since the remaining issues were not a priority, the group decided to move them to the next week's agenda. Okay, so these things were not very important, so we decided to move these things to next week's agenda. Sentence B says, the manager was ineffective because she was unable to set priorities. Yes, if the manager can't set priorities, she definitely cannot be successful and will be ineffective. Ineffective means not effective. Word number 11, we have got progress. Progress, it means movement towards something as a noun or as a verb to move forward on something, especially work or project. Like, I have a project, I need to prepare a book, let's say. I'm writing a book. And my friend can ask me, how is the progress? So the question is, am I moving forward with writing the book or not? We have 2 sentences over here, but before that, Mustafa has a question. If we say I don't have time, it means these things is not our priority. I don't have time for this. Yes, if I say I don't have time for this, correct. We need to progress our English language. Of course, we need to improve our English language. Sentence A says, the executive committee asked each group to present a report showing their progress for the year. So how they developed, they wanted to see. Sentence B says, progress is being made on the annual report. We expect to see a finished product by the next year. In sentence B, progress is noun or verb, guys? For sentence B, over here, progress is noun or verb? Noun, noun. Yes, you are correct. Of course, it is noun. Thank you. And yes, it is subject for this sentence, correct. Last word that we are going to learn is waste. It is a verb and it means not to use something wisely. And as a noun, it means not worthwhile. For example, waste of time. So something is not important. We are just wasting our time on it. Sentence A is like this. Without a leader, the group members wasted time and energy trying to organize themselves. So they tried something, but it was not successful. Therefore, it was waste of time and energy. And sentence B says the meeting was not a waste of time, but the members had hoped to accomplish more than they did. So it was not totally wasted, but they wanted to achieve more. Accomplish means achieve, reach. Guys, do you have any questions about words, or can we move to the exercise? Exercise will be good. Okay, let's do it. Thank you, Mustafa. So again, we will do same kind of exercise like first lesson. We have got 12 words and it's gap filling exercise. We need to put correct words in the correct places. Our words are adhered to, agenda, brought up, concluded, go ahead, goals, lengthy, matters, periodically, priority, progress, and waste. Let's start reading the text and do the exercise. Committee meetings are a frequent and necessary event at almost every company. In order for meetings to be productive and not viewed as a blah 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 of time, they should be run efficiently. What do you think about number one, guys? What do we need in number one? We need to run efficiently and we don't want blah 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 of time. Mustafa, Eli, and Ramazan say waste, and also Kadir. You are correct, guys. Number one, we need to say waste. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Yes, I think it's better now. They should be run efficiently. Critical to the success of any meeting is the what? What is critical to the success? Of course, we need noun because we have got the and it is article. Waste we used. Number two, guys, what do you think? If we want our meetings to be successful, what do we need? Progress, matter, progress. I don't think so for this one, guys. We need different answer. For the meetings, maybe it is because of culture. Maybe in Turkey, during the meetings, you don't have this thing. But in Western countries, there is no meeting if there is no agenda. If we want to have successful meeting, we should have agenda, guys. This is the most important thing for meeting. We should know what are our topics to discuss during this meeting. So number two is agenda. everyone who attends the meeting should be aware of the agenda and be prepared to discuss the blah blah blah, again noun. To discuss what? We have first possible answer, goals. Do you agree, guys, with Sibel? Do you agree with Sibel? Mustafa agrees. Ramazan agrees. Thank you, guys. You are correct. We need to discuss the goals at hand. And the blah 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 to be accomplished. Again, another noun, number 4. What do we need for number 4? Guys, sorry, I mixed up something over here. Actually, Firuza was correct. For number 3, we need matters, and number 4, we need goals, because we can accomplish what? We accomplish goals. I did not read the continuing of the sentence. That's why I made a mistake for it. So here, let's change to matters. And here we write goals. Now it looks better. Yeah, it is much better because we have matters like issues at hand, problematic things, and we need to accomplish our goals. To avoid blah 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 discussions, I think we need adjective here. What kind of discussions? Length, lengthy. Do you agree, guys, with Ramazan and Mustafa? Firuz also says lengthy, and yes, guys, you are correct. Let's take lengthy to number 5. To avoid lengthy discussions, time frames should be set and what? We should have time limit and pay attention that there is a passive structure. Should be set and, of course, we need again past participle of the verb. You need verb 3. We need to create some rules, and is it enough to only create the rules? People should what? These rules. Progress and brought up. They don't sound good for this one, guys. Like, imagine like this. We create some new rules, okay? And is it enough only to create these rules? Or we need to create the rules and people should blah 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 these rules. like follow the rules. Yes, follow the rules is, thank you, Ramazan, adhere to. Yes. People should follow these time limitations. The meeting is called to order by the chairperson. Attendance is taken and the agenda items are what? One by one. Number 7. What do we need for number 7, guys? Attendance is taken and the agenda items are, we need to use again, it can be adjective for this sentence or can be verb like passive version are verb 3. We have got possible answers periodically. Go ahead and brought up. One of you is correct. Let's see, guys. Do you agree with Kadir, Firuza, or Fatma Nur? I told you there can be adjective because of grammar structure, or there can be passive voice, so there can be past participle of the verb. Periodically is adverb, so we can't use. Go is verb 1, like infinitive version. We can't use are go, not correct. Therefore, Fatma Nur is correct and we need to use, of course, are brought up. Do you remember brought up, bring up? It means to start the discussion about something, to introduce the discussion. So we need to use here brought up. In general, blah 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 topics should be at the beginning of the agenda. What kind of topics, guys? In general, blah 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 topics should be at the beginning of the agenda to make sure that the attendees are able to discuss them fully and make timely decisions. Priority, we have first possible answer. Again, priority. Concluded. Priority, priority. Most of you are correct, guys, because here we need to use priority topics. Yep. Priority topics should be at the beginning of the agenda to make sure that the attendees are able to discuss them fully and make timely decisions. Let's continue. Once the, of course, noun, is given for a plan or project, a plan of action is developed. We have used priority, so we have concluded, go ahead, periodically, or progress. Which one do we need for number 9, guys? Once the noun is given for a plan or project, a plan of action is developed. Like permission. When there is a permission, after that we prepare plan of action. Which one is permission? Do you remember, guys? Permission is given. Which word or phrase means permission? Kadir says go ahead for number 9. And he is totally correct. Let's use go ahead for number 9. Once the go ahead is given for a plan or project, a plan of action is developed. Good one. Number 10, let's read. The committee must then, probably verb, check up. The committee must then concluded periodically or progress check up on the blah 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 of that plan. What is number 10, guys? We have got verb over here, so already there is a verb. What can we use before the verb? We need to use, of course, what? Noun, adjective, or adverb. Grammatically, we can use, of course, noun before the verb, or we can also use adverb before the verb. Firuza and Gustafa say periodically, also Kadir, and you are correct, guys. Good job. The committee must then periodically check up on the what? On the something of that plan. Concluded or progress? Number 11, what do you think? Progress or concluded? We have one person saying concluded, two people saying progress. Gustafa and Fevziye, you are correct. Also Ramazan. Of course, on the progress of that plan. The meeting is concluded without any outstanding issues and a date for the next meeting is set. So here we use concluded. Meeting is finished. Conclude is like finish, come to an end. Okay. So it's like that. We have done all of them. There were some problems, like 2 or 3 sentences were difficult, but other ones you did very well. Good job, guys. Thank you for watching the video and being so active during the lesson. I really liked it. I wish all of you to have a very good evening, enjoyable evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to like our videos and comment on our videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. Enjoy the evening. Bye-bye.